Man, I'm excited. We've got 2 seminars today, and we're going to look at 2 different approaches to catching fish. When the fishing stinks, right? When it stinks. When the fishing's good, you don't need a seminar. You don't need Pete Glusick telling you how to catch them. When the fish are biting, it's easy. It's easy. You can literally pick out anything in your box and throw it. I've had those days. But we're going to spend 2 seminars today talking about how to catch them when the fishing stinks, when it's terrible. And that's a lot of the time. It's a lot of the time. It's a lot of the time, right? When do the fish bite? When do the fish actively bite? You tell me. I'm going to give you a microphone. Ready? Go.
When the conditions are good.
When the conditions are good, right? And when are the conditions good? When do the fish eat? Tell me.
When they're hungry.
When they're hungry, right? I'm going to tell you when the fish eat. The fish eat in low light conditions, right? The first hour of the morning, the last hour at night when it starts getting dark. In the summertime, all night long, right? That's when they eat. When a front's coming, that magic window when that barometer's falling, and they're just chewing. It doesn't matter. Man, pick up a spinnerbait and chatterbait. Have at it. But man, when the fishing is tougher and they're not biting, when is that? All the time! Crap, I can't remember the last time I fished and they bit easy. It's always tough, man. And we're going to talk about ways to get those fish to bite when it's tough. And we're going to start in this first one with finesse techniques. It's always this 2-pronged approach for me. I'm either going to get them to bite when it's tough with finesse techniques, or I'm going to get them to bite in our second seminar. We're going to talk about with reaction baits. We're going to force those fish to bite. Fishing stinks. We want emotion. We want emotion of this bait that's subtle, that's natural, that's non-obtrusive, right? Easy meal, subtle, looks real. And that's the key to all these soft plastic techniques, is motion, right? Motion can be described as action, right? The action of the bait. No movement, no motion is actually a motion. There's still movement there, but it's subtle, okay? But here's what I want to stress, which is this neutral motion, this motion of these soft plastics that is not wild and crazy or loud and noisy. When the fishing sucks, this is the deal. This is how we're going to get fish to bite. And that's what this thing imitates perfect. I've seen it a million times naturally in the environment, and that's what this thing's going to imitate. The great thing about it, again, the motion, the action. There is no action. It's so subtle. It's so natural. It's so non-threatening that at Sturgeon Bay, when those smallmouth, those bricks, those 3 and 4 pounders were down there late, and they didn't want to rise up. Remember, they didn't want to come up. They were so pressured. They're laying on the bottom, and they saw this thing just coming by. No rattle, no noise, no flash. Dude, they had to eat it. They had to. It was so non-threatening that they had to eat it. I want to go over how I'm going to fish this thing real quick and tell you how easy this technique is to fish this. So on all these techniques, you're going to hear me talk about the initial fall, which is really important. And it is too on the Ned rig. On that initial fall, when we make our cast out there, we want to let it fall on a semi-slack line, okay? Semi-slack line, all that means is, look at the bow in my line. A semi-slack line means a controlled slack line, and we want that slight bow in that line as that bait falls. And the reason we want that is because, again, think about this bait. It has no big action on its own. So when this bait falls, we want it to glide down naturally to the bottom.
I hope you enjoyed the preview clip, and for more like that and the entire collection, subscribe to the Bass University TV. And if you want the tackle that you see on there, I want you to go to the Bass University Tackle Shop, powered by Tackle Warehouse, and click right here, and it's all at your fingertips.
You want to become a better angler? You
You want to catch more and bigger bass at your local pond?
Then check out Bass University TV for hardcore bass fishing information.
Hey, I'm Pete Gluzek,
And I'm Mike Iaconelli.
and this is Bass University TV.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests.
Everywhere I go in the country, I'm trying to use these techniques because I catch big fish that way.
From on the water to in the classroom,
We want to use that bait to help make that area even smaller and really find that sweet spot.
you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills.
You want something that's got a nice limber action, that's going to allow you to build pressure and keep those hooks pinned against that fish's mouth.
Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time.
Hold on, because you're going to catch some big fish.
Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best.
That's a key theory in all of fishing.
Subscribe to Bass University TV today.
Man, does it trigger a lot of strikes.
Here's the part that you're not going to hear anywhere else. This is the Bass University TV exclusive.